Good morning, wonderful people. Welcome to the program. This morning, this is Bystanders at the Newsstands. I am Christian Chuku. Another day, another season. Yes, good morning, wonderful people. You welcome to the program this morning. Yes, this is Bystanders at the Newsstands. I am Christian Chuku. Today is another day in the city of Lagos where we have reacting to the reports on the newspaper. Very, very important. And we have an analyst here this morning. I have to just these newspaper headlines. Let's start. I'm currently at Abiodun Jagun Street, and behind me you have this stand. You have the bystands here this morning. And I have the Nation. Let's start with the Nation newspaper. The Nation newspaper, I have the Nation. I have also the Nigerian Tribune. And the Tribune has our main headline this morning. History hope as Dangote Refinery begins operation. History hope as Dangote Refinery begins operation. Buhari to inaugurate the world's largest single refinery today. 5 other African presidents will be in attendance. Refinery to process 650,000 barrels per day sits on 2,635 hectares of land to provide employment to over 100,000 persons. Moman Ipman others list necessary things for its sustainability. Above the masthead, UK to ban Nigerian students, others from moving family to Britain. On the failed Abuja CCTV project, court orders Buhari's government to account for $460 million Chinese loan. Court orders Buhari's government to account for $460 million Chinese loan. And below the paper, well, let's look at 10th reps leadership. G7 Great Minority Caucus adopt consensus candidates for speaker and deputy. Say Tinubu's presence during inauguration won't stop us. And G6 insists on meeting with Tinubu. Seek debt forgiveness to succeed as president. Afe Balola counsels Tinubu as Onayekon backs call for live coverage of election tribunal. Over to the Nation newspaper. This morning, the Nation above the masthead, explain your source of wealth, El-Rufai tells predecessors. And Shatima, Tinubu will run an all-inclusive administration. Umahi says why Southeast should support the incoming government. Why President-elect met with Kwagwaso by Jibrin, that is being revealed this morning. Buhari 5 African presidents to inaugurate Dangote Refinery today. Yeah, with that, let's go over to our analyst here this morning. I think this. Yeah, good morning. How are you doing? You know what is happening today? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
It doesn't come in our decision. I'm just joking.
Let's move on. Okay. Nigeria has so many, like 4 or 5 refineries, so not working. But we have a new one, Dangote Refinery. The capability of Nigeria to sustain its refinery, how do you look at it? Although it's a private investment of Dangote, let's say how it's going to be sustainable.
Well, to me, I believe, when things go by individual, you have the capacity and ability to do that thing, control that thing by yourself. Okay? Let's say this thing is our thing, it's different than this thing is your thing. Let's say it's an investment, a lot of people invest in it, but don't forget it's Dangote Refinery. So I think you will have the capacity because before you can build that thing, you're supposed to think about the present, the past, and the future. And believe me, with this thing, that man can be the highest, the richest man in Africa, although even in Africa, maybe let's say the position will move in the world now because refinery is not something
Nigerians are looking for a way whereby the price of oil will come down. Do you think this is going to bring it down?
Yes, only if Oga at the top wanted it to. You know, one thing I'm still worried about Nigerian government is everything has been hijacked by Kaba. Seriously, imagine how that some people will be stealing the crude oil. Why government? They say they even almost steal more than what they imagine. So the thing has been hijacked by the cabals. And who is the cabals? Now them. So the only problem, the only thing that I'm thinking now is about the cabals of the things. But I believe that Mr. Dangote will look into that.
Okay, Shetima says Tinubu will run an all-inclusive administration. No, we have a court case yet.
Yeah.
Tinubu will run an all-inclusive administration.
You know that where?
When I was reading it, I heard you laughing.
Yes, now it's just funny. Well, let's just hope. I won't say much, but let's just hope. Because for me, can you even imagine? Okay, tell me, give me one sign that you can tell me that okay, this administration coming will be the best for us. Just give me only one thing. Nothing, bro. Bro, see, I will tell you, this country is fight and work for yourself. You just make yourself out. It's only when you make it they will celebrate you. So nothing about bro, don't fucking expect anything from this government. It's only when you have a problem that you will know that there is government. Only when they want to use power, selfishness, that me be like this, that me take this post, that is why you see a government. Now you are seeing government on Shehu Kuti now, Abi. You are seeing what they call government over him. Oga, let me tell you, the security of that man, will this government take care of it? Tell me, the way the guy will succeed, tell me
What's the impact of government on his
life? Tell me. But now you can see the impact of government in his problem. So that one is, I don't want to talk much about it, bro. Between me and you, if I talk to you one on say, Oga, I go kill you and nothing will happen. Will you vex or not? So as I was saying, in this country, you work yourself out, you make it, and day your day, government dey only when you have a problem, you will know government dey.
What do you think on Shehu Kuti? Let's look at Shehu Kuti.
Well, I know, to me, I know that Kuti family. It's not a kind of family that you can just molest. That name that guy carries, head. Fine. I don't know. I think they say they are bailing, right?
No. He's still in police custody.
Okay,
he's still in cell.
Okay,
they even made him the general overseer of these people in the cell.
He's the general overseer?
Yes. The prison inmates made him general overseer. It's just a name.
Okay.
He's still in custody. He's still in cell.
Well, okay, maybe that they never made a release.
No, he's still in cell. Yeah.
Okay, I thought they said they have made his release.
There are still investigations.
Okay. Well,
okay, let's move on.
I don't want to talk much about that, bro.
Okay, UK failed Abuja CCTV project. Court orders Buhari's government to account for $460 million Chinese loan.
That's in
Mr. Integrity.
All those things. It's just how to embezzle our money. That thing here, you just think of it. They just want to embezzle the money now. Okay? See, there are some things where say if they tell us in this country, we're supposed to don't wise past that. Can you imagine? How could someone would just sit down and just think, say they use something billion to cut glass?
$460 million.
Dollars, okay, I say you the 1 minute. Is that?
You can use that money and buy like how many beer clubs?
Okay, no, see those things there. I don't even want to talk about that one. Everybody know we are not. We don't wise past that one. We know all those money is a way of embezzling the money. That's all. But say if you want to embezzle something, you must tie it with something now. So that's it. That one here, Nigerians are wise more than that. Can you imagine that? snake swallow money. I mean, you know, someone use something billion cost grant, get grass Oga,
So the way
this
you're telling
country
me now,
is just
you
a
don't want
funny.
me to have hope in Nigeria again.
Bro, I'll say you dey whine yourself. You say why you dey do like this now? Me and you, we know say we no have only hope. We no have any hope in it. Oga, you dey whine. Okay, you just dey whine me, sir. I don't hear. See, Oga.
If you don't get hope, why people they go vote now?
See, let me tell you something. They say things wey dem dey do in life, na you dey follow dem do. So far say you never die. We are just hope. We are just doing things in. You don't have option. See, let me tell you something. Thoughts they change something. Someone mind. If I follow you, talk, follow you. You fit change your mind. But after 2-3 days, and you see say that thing wey I tell you na just sweet mouth thing, oga, you go go back to your thing. That's it. So that one, me and you know say this country no have future. Believe me, we are just praying. Let me say we are just praying to have future. But this country where we dey now, there's no future.
There's no hope.
No.
Amen.
To me, that's why I dey say I dey pray as an artist, as a model. I dey pray, I dey find someone. If I comot for this country, at least I go rethink it. For now, your thinking go well. You have a lot of sweet mouth quoting people. Wey be say they don't make am. Wey be say that they go dey tell you this thing, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's true. This country is the best when you get your money. Jaye the way you want. But say again and lie. I'm telling you the truth. Tell me now, everywhere wey be say we have investment, all our governments have hijacked it. They know say if light dey, you go reason, you go reason say okay, wetin I want this light do. You go comot that light. You know say if road dey for you, when you go sit down rest now. But everywhere wey be say for you to think, they make sure say they block am so that you go just dey do like you go just dey find how to survive in this country, just how to survive. So what are we now saying?
Okay.
There is nothing we can do in this country. It's just everybody is just finding out to survive. See, let me tell you one thing. As a flip TV now, let me tell you, you are a flip TV, right? Now tell me something. If government say okay, they want to borrow you people now, and they want to be giving you 2 billion naira, will you come to the street and be saying this thing again? No, now. So every area in this country have been hijacked by government, and there is nothing we can do about it. Okay, I'm a musician, I'm a this, I'm that. God, now only when you see someone who will go promote you, that is why you can see that every area now don't become, as in, it don't become, should I call war? Every area don't become war. So, bro.
Pray that God will see us.
Amen, Sha. Amen.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Okay.
Yeah. I have
Good morning,
I have
viewers.
Maziraf. Good morning.
I'm Mazraf, and I'm not the Secretary General of Enyandeba.
No, he's not here.
Enyandeba has not come yet. He's on his way coming.
Okay,
So what's up?
Let's start with this. Seek debt forgiveness to succeed as president. Afe Babalola counsels Tinubu.
Debt forgiveness, so that international communities will forget about the money they loan to us. No, that is not best advice. They are not going to do that because that relief has been given to us during Obasanjo Jonathan regime. Obasanjo, Jonathan, and Yaradua regime. We seek for debt relief or forgiveness. And actually, under Okonjo-Iweala, they did that. They cancelled Nigerian debt. That was how they put it then. So this time around, if you're asking international community to do that, let me tell you, China will fight you because mostly this loaning is from China. It's not even IMF. I don't know. The money that IMF has loaned us is up to how many percentage of money that China has loaned to us.
No, you're saying generally you should seek for debt forgiveness. Generally.
Debt forgiveness, both China will not like Chineke Nyaha will just forgive you your debt. No. Chinese, they are just like the system of government. They operate. They are communist China. I don't know. We are not putting it in order this time around. I don't know why. Communist China cannot forgive. Let me tell you, Christian, China is serious with money in such a way that they virtually sponsor her citizens. that want to invest abroad, that want to invest in China, they will loan you money. And let me tell you, on a very serious note, agreement is that that money they're loaning you, you must, under compulsion,
Not default.
must is by force. See, willy-nilly should end it, whether you like it or not. See, listen, you must return. I'm talking about Chinese citizens that want to help the country by investing outside to bring in money. You must return the money they loan you in China. If you try to doubt me, go online and read about China. China physical or financial policy, monetary policy. Listen, some of our citizens, anytime they misuse or handle the money they loan, China loan them. I mean the Chinese, so they will go into exile. You won't go home again because, do you know what? The punishment is capital punishment. It's a capital punishment to mishandle anything public fund in China, up to the tune of $1. A Chinese minister was shot, tied at his stake because of $10,000 in 2003. If they by loan, you misuse it, death. By, embezzlement, thank you. If you are a public office holder and you happen to embezzle money in China, the money that is meant for the public, you are a gunner. They are going to kill you. So this time around, China is not the country I believe will cancel our debt. No, they must. Nigeria must pay China. See, they have started already because some places in Nigeria now they've started building their petrol police station. A time shall come if they have not. Thank you. They are in control.
No, they have a question.
Thank you so much. See, even this railway.
CECC.
Thank you. They have started collecting their money. Time shall come if you enter that train, that metro line or what they call it, fast rail line. Thank you, rail line. You are going to be paying to the Chinese. You will see them there, or they devise, something like all this POS that is having their account.
Platform.
Bank your payment platform. You just slot in your account. The money will go direct to them until they get the accurate amount they loan to Nigeria. They will cease from doing that.
The reason why this, I believe, what's
Babalola?
Yeah, he's saying because the next coming government has a lot of work to do.
So much work to do, and the so-called president-elect, was part and parcel of the borrowing. He would have advised Buhari to stop borrowing. When Buhari was amassing debt, you understand, stockpiling debt, Tinubu was still alive, and he is still alive. He did not say anything against him. He has never come out with good advice that the whole Nigerians will say this man is a good man. Tinubu was just waiting. Immediately Buhari comes down, he will swoop on power and rule us as he likes. So, see, let me tell you, I don't support that advice because when Tinubu comes, Nigerians are going to face another music. If at all it's going to come. I don't understand because everything is under probability now. And if you ask me, it's a probability because it is so clear that Obi swept the whole percentage needed in Nigeria to become Nigeria number one. More than 80% in Abuja. Go and do your inquiry. We're not talking about 25% again. I don't know what I understand. But still, people like RFI is telling the whole world that allowing Igbo to rule Nigeria is like going to war. That there's never a time an Igbo man will rule Nigeria. That is what that idiot said. He posted it. He said there will never a time an Igbo man will rule Nigeria. Handing over to Obi is like what? Going to war. I don't know what I understand. So I don't see these people as human beings.
A failed Abuja CCTV project court orders Buhari's government to account for $460 million Chinese loan.
Jesus Christ. I don't know whether the CCTV project is still on progress or maybe it has been a passive thing, But let me tell you, Abuja High Court is it. Abuja High Court is where? In Abuja. Abuja is where? In Nigeria. Where is it located? In the north. So it's just a statement, verbal action. Now, High Court, the judge that made this statement, Tinubu, if you allow, Tinubu will kill him. Yes, they are bed of self-feeder. And it's trying to thwart their effort from, continuity as a APC political platform that cling on to power, whether it's bad or good, whether you elect or you did not elect them, whether you vote or not, APC doesn't want to lose. So the order from the High Court is a good one. It's a welcome idea. I didn't understand. They should account for it.
$460 million
Chinese is a big money. My brother, that money is not here. They should account for it. So if you look at the court, you know that the court is in order. But who is going to what? Implement that order? A regime that can never one day allow the court to stay. A regime that has been constantly subverting justice across the country. You think they are going to listen to that kind of order from High Court? In fact, they are going to turn what? Deaf ears to that kind of order. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Before Lucky speak, I think you will allow other people to speak because I have a...
Okay, UK to ban Nigerian students, others from moving family to Britain. No, that guy here.
That is very good. You see what? That is very good. UK, why you? You know one thing? Since 1999, let me talk with Christian. I don't know how many years old you were young at that time, but at least you can vote that time. 1999. Christian cannot vote. He cannot even vote. Christian, from 1999 till date, that was when our democracy was just an infant. UK has issued more than 200 visa bans to various Nigerians. I mean, 200 times. If they get one of that now, Marwa did this or that, Abacha family, blah blah blah, Nasu, then go to talk. Don't come to the UK. Review your visa. I've been hearing it for a very long time. Later, I find out that those people whose visas were reviewed are still the owner of houses today in the UK. Many houses, palatial houses. So the UK is just, playing games with Nigeria because UK is living on Nigerian resources.
It's living on Nigerian resources.
Yes, till tomorrow. I'm saying it. You were UK. Agbob Osia Fire. London. They're not going to see me in London. If they vex, that's also be a man. Blah blah blah. If they vex, Agbob Osia Fire. You know what I'm talking about? See, snake venom. Snake will use its venom. Spit into their eyes. All of them there. They're telling lies.
1999 was 24 years.
24 years ago, they have been saying, you won't come to Britain. I review your visa. Ojus Okalo. I review your this. Haven't you learned or watched Ojus Okalo in the public bus in the recent time? If you follow the trending of things, you would have known that America has reviewed his visas. How many times? Because of the money we have here, the resources we have here, UK is just playing what? Verbal games. Yes. I'm telling you the truth. All of them, both El-Rufai was banned from going to Europe since 2015 over a comment that the whole electoral observers in 2019 are going home if they mess up in body bags.
Body bags.
Yes. El-Rufai. I'm saying it. God is hearing it. They said no more. Your settlement, you will come again. Recently, in 2022, 21, I saw El-Rufai. He attended his child's graduation in UK. Ochibanjo that annoyed Osun State election in 2018. Blah 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 blah. All of you visa. I saw Ochibanjo putting on this thing. This child was graduating in London. He was there. See, do not ever think that Britain is different from Nigeria. Do you know what? The only thing is that the advancement there, advancement in technology, is higher than ours. Then the kind of reasoning faculty they have over there is not the one we have. We believe in superstitions. We believe in religiousness. We have less creed. We have less belief. What we have here is man-made doctrines interwoven with religion. That's why you see many madmen in Nigeria as Muslims. You see many madmen in Nigeria that are killing fellow human beings all in the name of church, Christianity. While that is not what church stands for. Are you listening to me? We are too much, damped. We are too much, we have embraced religion more than the people that brought it. As far as I'm concerned, Islam is from Saudi. Mohammed is a black man, as black as charcoal. Maybe that one comes, from ancestrally from Sudan. You see how they divide it? Now, Fulani man can never ever go anything devoid of what Islam stands for. Fulani man. I listen to me. Then same thing. Some persons here are just dying out of fanaticism. God preaches love. In the church, some of them just speak English because they are eloquent, speakers. They will turn people's mind upside down. I can remember one of the pastors who said, "Behold, your 16th president of Nigeria is here. Call out my wife." The whole church stood up in ovation. His wife came out to the stage. They inaugurated his wife as number 16th first lady in Nigeria. The convention was about yet to hold. The very day of convention at Eagle Square, this eloquent speaker, he raced to Abuja on flight. He was the first person. Yeah. After everything, what happened? He's called zero. The social promise Mr. President has been giving him, no, void. He was there, said, Mr. President raised Tinubu and said, this is the right person. That is it. The man of God that told us that God did not tell him. Our God doesn't lie.
Okay, lastly, history hope as Dangote Refinery begins today.
What about the
African president will be in attendance?
Yes, that's an agenda that has been going on for a very long time. They want the Hausa Fulani hegemony to be in control of that oil corporation in the south, that is River State before NNPC. Then now they have succeeded because each and every government that comes and goes in Nigeria embraces Dangote business as the highest in Nigeria. I could remember an Igbo man, Ibeto Kachi industry, Ibeto cement industry, Ibeto iron manufacturing industry was folded up. It folded up because of what? Dangote. The love that Obasanjo regime had for his brother Dangote.
His brother.
Yes, he stopped Ibeto from producing cement now. Is it a history to most of the Igbos that are well endowed with knowledge and enlightenment? I can't easily forget that Ibeto, I think he died out of trauma. Ibeto, Obasanjo sees his production license, cement producing license, production license. He gave it to Dangote. They eventually gave Dangote how many monopolies to produce certain goods in Nigeria? Everything, including salt. If Dangote say no today, the whole Nigerians will go, what? The whole Nigeria will suffer from Kwachoko. Kwachoko is when the iodine, you like it in your body. Let me tell you, we need salt on daily basis. Dangote is the only person given the monopoly to produce all these materials produced in Nigeria. Let me tell you, production.
Is it not a good one?
It's not a good one. It is very bad. It is too bad. Who is Dangote, by the way? Is Dangote a Nigerian? Dangote is from Fulani lineage. Dangote is a visitor now. These people are, let me tell you, they have virtually seized Nigeria. And people that are supporting them are the ignorant ones. The ones that are ignoramus. They're supporting them out of ignominy. Not knowing what they are causing for their children unborn. The children unborn, they are going to suffer it because Fulani has seized this country. Look at Dangote. Dangote is having a refinery. Only one man. While a country of 250 million people could not manage two refineries in Warri. Our Warri has been what? Dilapidated, scattered, unfunctional, unoperational, rotten over the years. A whole giant of Africa could not maintain only one refinery. The one in Kaduna has rotted away. That one is gone. It has rotten away. The refinery we know Kaduna for, in the 70s, 80s, the best refinery, if not in the whole world. That Kaduna refinery is not working today. Because Nigerian ideology, the political ideology here in Nigeria is what belongs to everybody. I mean, public institution or public corporation belongs to nobody because it belongs to everybody. Go to what federal government is managing as an institution. You will meet from the reception to the last man, chinch, bedbug, on the chairs, upholsteries. They cannot even fumigate their offices because it belongs to Nigeria. Fulani will manage it as if it is their own forefathers' property. because it belongs to everybody, it belongs to Igbo, it belongs to Yoruba. Fulani believe that Nigeria is their forefathers' estate. And you can see Dangote is the only one having a functional, operational refinery in the whole country. A whole country like Nigeria could not manage that one as is it Escavos, Warri, the one in River State. I think
Kaduna.
understand. Kaduna, they cannot. Because here earlier in Nainime, the maggot or the insect or the pest that eats the vegetable is inside the stem. Yes, we call it stem borer. It bores the stem.
Should we be hopeful or not?
We shouldn't be any hopeful because that refinery is for the full animal. I can never align with them for anything. People that are murderously religious, I can never align myself with them. Because what I believe is not what they believe. They don't believe in one Nigeria, yet they don't want Igbo man to rule Nigeria. What Igbo man is fighting since is what has played out during 2023 election. You said Igbo man will not rule. Igbo man said, I will not stay in Nigeria. Let me go. They say no. Let me tell you, Christian, war is coming. Whoever you are, I'm telling you the truth. War is coming.
They say war is coming, you're clapping.
Are we not in the war already?
I'm not
We are in the war now.
We're in the war.
We're already in the war.
If
What
you are,
else?
will you stand here?
Everything is not gone by gone. Maybe cutlass.
You know what
We're
happened?
already at war already.
Before you talk, Uncle
Anyway,
Joe,
good morning, my brothers and sisters. May God bless
my
you.
children, homie, for
My name is Lucky Ayaguna Edonobi Lagos. As I'm saying, you watching me, this is Monday. Monday we bless you. Tuesday we bless you. Wednesday we bless you. Thursday we bless you. Friday we bless you. Sunday we bless you. Also me and my brother here. I love you.
What of Saturday? You didn't call Saturday.
Saturday we bless you. The week we bless everybody. And you there watching me all over the world, Nigeria and abroad. Thank you very much.
Shetima says that Tinubu will run an all-inclusive administration.
That's what Buhari said. 2015. But to the war. Buhari packed all the family. I told you when Buhari came in, I was like this. He spent 6 months for hospital. But now Buhari is going now. He's going like a newborn baby. Newborn baby. Look at his wife. All, not even repo and other things. So they are the one that are enjoying. So saying, I am going to bring everybody together. Well, for Lagos, Tinubu do that. I see some Igbo people he employ. And some other tribe. But when it comes for presidency, let's see it. Or to get there. That's my own area.
Okay, let's look at failed Abuja CCTV projects. Court orders Buhari's government to account for $460 million.
How
Chinese loan.
many days remain for Buhari to go? How many days remain? Court will just say it. Nothing will happen. That's usual Nigeria way. Is it Tinubu that will probe Buhari? If it is Obi now, wallahi, if it is Obi, if the day they declare Tinubu as a winner, it was Obi they declare, Nigeria will change automatically. True.
Automatically.
Because they know the man is a young man. He's not going to take nonsense. All these old men, they will run away. I'm telling you. But that thing, wickedness, allow these old men. Do you think Tinubu will probe Buhari? God to just give their verdict. Before you know, he's dead, he's dead. Nothing will happen. Is it now? What about your time? NEPA. Good luck. Who probed them? Nobody. You will probe Buhari. He only has 7 days. God to just give verdict. At the end, nothing will happen. See, okay, the one they preach for Lagos, is it working? Nothing. It's not working. What is the problem in Nigeria, my brother? Are we cost?
$460 million.
It's gone, it's gone. Is that really? I want to ask you, do you know how much the project for refinery?
Nigerian. Your money is gone.
What do I do? I'm sending my
Your money is gone before your eyes.
It's gone. The refinery, what of refinery? How much did they give Port Harcourt, Kaduna, and Warri? Do you know how much? It's even more than this. This is more than 10 times. What have you done? It remains 7 days. Buhari did anything? Nothing. Emeka for who run with our money to republish the refinery is another country. Is nobody doing anything? Nobody proper. As Obasanjo, NEPA, nothing. It's gone. Jonathan, nothing. That's why you see they want to make sure when you go, they bring their brother that will protect them. I'm telling you the truth. This country is cursed.
A big allegation.
What is the allegation? Huh? Are you aware when Obasanjo was making noise against Buhari, they said the billions of dollars for NEPA, where is the money? So, Nami talk. Nami. Now, at the end, Obasanjo stopped writing letter. He has not write letter since now. When they ask him, where is the money? We are going to probe you. What happened? Good luck, the same thing. So, my brother, Nigeria is cost. Nigeria is cost. Cost,
You're a man of God. Pray for your country.
A man of God. How many men of God who precise Obi will win? What happened? How many men of God, they say no matter anything. Now, some men of God is saying on the day of swearing Tinubu in, maybe what will happen? The world will turn upside down. Let's watch. Nothing. This country is a cost country. I'm telling you the truth.
Cost country.
They cost. You know why? You know why I say they cost country? How can one Dangote build the refinery? One person. And shame Buhari inviting 5 presidents to go their commission. If I were those presidents, I will ask Buhari, our land that you have 4 refineries, what happened to all those ones? Abiola, one person build refinery. And that refinery was not built in Niger Delta. It was built in Ekwe.
Very far from the...
When you have Wike making noise, if I see Wike, I go just, now like that, go do him like this. Wike, why can't you bring all these Niger Delta governors and make sure at least repair at least Warri or River State refinery, so that all these presidents coming for South Africa, whoever coming, they will go there commissioner, nothing like that.
Wike is the big fool.
I'm telling you.
Highest fool of the year.
Shame Buhari for 8 years, he cannot even repair one refinery. You are going to expect to
it's not. We still 8 years still continuing, but today he's going to commission a refinery.
It's a shame to him. But I want to ask you. They said they're going to employ 100,000 Nigerians. Who told you that? You will surprise half of India and Chinese will be there. Half of Chinese, India, they will employ them. And again, how much is he paying? And again, look at cement. How much is cement since Dangote took over? A bag of cement is almost 5,005. Are we any benefit? Is anybody building a house? It's a poor man building house. And we are jubilating Dangote. What Dangote want to make profit. And Buhari name is there. All of them have share. What's going to be that benefit? Nothing. Nothing. What's about benefit? Nothing. You are jubilating that they want to open refinery for what? When you have four refineries are not working for 8 years. 8 years under Buhari, upon the noise he make, that's the way Tinubu is making noise now. I will make Nigeria heaven will come down, earth will go up. At the end, we'll be there. We say, I didn't know that Nigeria have decay like this when they enter there. I didn't know Nigeria have spoil like this. I didn't know that they borrow much money like this. Tinubu is coming to borrow more money. Yes.
Seek for debt forgiveness to succeed.
For where? I want to ask you, who is going to ask? British?
China.
Who are trying to make sure that Nigeria students not bringing their family there? Is it British? Going to forgive us? When they see billions escaping under Buhari nose, and Dangote, one man, building a refinery in Nigeria? So a whole country, 200 million Nigerians, where you have 4 refineries, and it's not working. One man built the refinery that can serve Africa. They say it can serve Africa, but at the end, that's how they said Dangote cement can serve Africa. Man, many people are not building house in Nigeria here, except the rich men and the wicked rich men.
The wicked rich men.
Wicked rich men. My brother, if you go Banana Island, you know Nigerians are wicked. Or go to Lekki, you know Nigerians are wicked. While we are struggling for one room, you see mansion. Oh my goodness, building with stone. Are we not the same head?
Not even to build.
What is the problem?
To refill.
Is it salary? I want to ask you, is it salary? Where is this money coming from? One person will just sit down. If you check all these houses, go to Ikoyi. One man has 20. One man has 20. And you are telling me, Nigeria, we are happy. We are not happy. You say we are not at work. We are already at work. You don't need to carry a gun or carry a cutlass.
Yes.
We are at work already. Are we happy? Have you seen any Nigeria smiling? Now Nigeria have gone to social media. Everybody now, husband and wife, they are not arty. You can't pay for DSTV. When you pay for DSTV, no light to watch. So everybody now, me and you now, we can just act. My husband and wife, see they are naked. The other one naked. Hey, my husband, why did you naked? They show for social media. So everybody to be watching. That's what's happening now. Hey, that's the highest. That's the highest. This is now in Nigeria now. Social media. And let me nothing. Who watch? You pay 10,000, 15,000 for DSTV for 1 month, no light. So you just carry a camera now. You press and video yourself. You can start abusing this. That's part of it. Nigeria has decayed. It's a shame to this country.
Leave that. You are the minister of Yam.
Yeah, where do you see Yam?
What do you advise the incoming government to do in agriculture and also food security?
We don't need them.
They say Tinubu made Lagos work. I remember they went to Kebbi, partner with Kebbi, and brought some rice when campaign was on. Lagos rice. My brother, till today, I don't see Lagos rice. I don't see anything. Election has gone. Now,
Maybe
if
they
you
don't
ask,
share up for election.
if you ask Tinubu now, which election? I don't see rice. I don't see rice. One bag of rice. They will put it for small black nylon. One oligo. What I'm saying is that you said Tinubu, which part? I will tell you why. Insecurity did not make farmers to go to farm. Insecurity did not make people to go and farm. Even everywhere, when you go to farm, how many police, army will follow you? Then you'll be working in the farm. How many will stay there watching what is going on? How many are you going to pay? My brother. See, why can't we be like China? Let the army who hold on to go and farm. What are they doing in barrack? In China, you see army. They are doing farming in China. You just employ me. Doing what? Are we fighting war now? What are they doing now? We are fighting war in guaranteed poverty. War. That's poverty war. No gun. I am telling those that hold gun. They should go to Sabisa Forest and make farm. Let Buhari buy the tractor before you go. Or to the I get me. Why are you so worried? You went and do your own another place. You are coming to hurry us here. So
you're next now.
So now the point is that why is he hurrying me?
Okay.
He went to Matthew here. How they call him?
I will not tell you.
No, I'll tell you.
Thank you very much.
That is Yenyeba. Allow me to Yenyeba here first.
Thank you very
How
much.
you doing, my brother? Yeah, good morning. God bless you. You are watching me. This country, the better president take over before we can know that it's not be better. Not all this good men.
Thank you. I have
What did they talk?
Good morning, Mr. Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Yes, we have the tribunal already in session, and there's this information that they are going to rule on the live broadcast of the tribunal today. Just say some things about it.
It's not about me to prejudice the outcome of the judgment.
I'm not saying to prejudice.
You are asking me that they are going to rule today whether to allow live streaming of the proceeding. That is the position of PDP, his candidate Atiku Abubakar, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and Labour Party and his candidate Mr. Peter Obi. So for me, I'm of the view that it's better
there should be live streaming. But irrespective of my view, I think we should allow the court to take decision. Right or wrongly, after the decision, we can now sit and say, okay, this decision is in the best interest of the country, of the best interest of the public and all that. But for me as a person, I'm going to review that it should be aired live.
Okay, let's look at history hope as Dangote Refinery begins operation. Buhari, 5 African presidents inaugurates Dangote Refinery.
I think both Buhari, Jonathan, Obasanjo, all of them, they should hide their faces in shame. They should hide their faces in shame because, particularly this administration, Buhari going there is a show of shame.
I need to record this. Say it again.
I say Buhari going there is a show of shame. Because that facility you are seeing is a $19 billion US facility. They have the capacity to refine 650,000 barrels a day. Now, Nigeria government before now, even up to now, have 4 refineries. Since 2015 to date, federal government has spent 1.3 trillion naira to carry about turnaround maintenance of our existing refineries. And as we speak, they are not working. If you convert that to dollar, we are talking about 3.8 billion US. Now, somebody spent $19 billion to build world-class single largest refinery owned by individual in the world. And you have wasted 3.8 billion US to carry about turnaround maintenance of our refineries that is not working. So going there to do what? It's a show of shame. This is how you say Buhari that told us before he came on board in 2015 that subsidy is scam. Go and check the record. The record shows that Buhari has spent more than any other government in terms of subsidy financing. So for me, it's a show of shame.
Okay, let's look at.
Kudos, I dropped my heart for Dangote anyway, for making that fit. But for the government officials, government personalities, Nigerian government will be going there as in terms to show off. For me, I think they should hide their faces in shame.
We hope that the prices of petrol and supply of petrol will be stable.
Definitely, it is a function of when they remove the subsidy. Definitely, you cannot compare what we buy if you are buying from Dangote Refinery with the price if you are importing refined product. And again, don't forget that Nigerian government have acquired compulsorily. That is another show of shame. Because they untwist the entrepreneur, acquired 20% equity in that refinery. And as we speak, they have entered into agreement with Dangote Refinery that they will be supplying 300 barrels of crude a day. So by implication, 300,000 barrels out of the 650,000 barrel capacity it has to refine. So by implication, they are trying to secure right of fair refusal in terms of selling to the Nigerian market. But the argument is all our refineries, the money that's being wasted to carry about turnaround maintenance of the refineries, what is happening to it? I just told you that we have spent since 2015 under this Muhammad Buhari, and a man is now building one refinery for $9 billion US. So for me, any government official, whether Buhari, whether Minister of State for Petroleum, any government official going there, Nigerian government official going there is a show of shame. They should all hide their faces in shame.
What is the function of NDDC?
NDDC is an intervention agency that is supposed to intervene in Niger Delta states. You have 9 Niger Delta states: Delta, Bayelsa, Cross River, Rivers, Abia, Ondo, Edo, and so on and so forth. So their own is is an intervention agency area that federal government cannot reach, or project that is not being handled by federal government that needed to handle it to bring more development to those areas.
Is the refinery not included?
Pardon?
Is the maintenance of refinery not included in that?
In the purview of no, it's not included. Okay. Refineries are being owned by Nigerian governments, and through NNPC. If you look at what federal government have done recently, where they have created this, where they have passed the Petroleum Industry Bill to law, which now becomes Petroleum Industry Act. You now see that NNPC is now a public limited liability company. So the way that they will run it is going to run as an independent body company that will make its own profit and declare profit or loss as the case may be.
Okay, let's look at Afe Babalola urges incoming government to seek debt forgiveness.
What are you? Why are they urging them to seek? Because this government, I think the people who are borrowing from, they are not fools. You are equally borrowing. You are asking somebody to ask for debt forgiveness.
We had that during Obasanjo's time.
We understand that Obasanjo came in. Obasanjo had the liberty of using Okonjo-Iweala, who have played at the international scene, and Obasanjo did not have the history of this kind of borrowing. We are seeing a government that have formed the habit of borrowing, and they have borrowed to a fault. And the same party have won election, trying to take over from the same party. And Buhari borrowed up to the last month of his tenure. And you are telling the incoming administration that share the same ideology, the same everything, to ask for that. I believe those people who are borrowing from, they are not fools. That you borrow in the morning, in the evening, you go and start asking for debt forgiveness. What kind of attitude is that? I don't see any reasonable government or financial institution that will accede to such debt forgiveness.
Okay, lastly, Shettima says Tinubu will run an all-inclusive administration.
That is his business. I think the legitimacy of his administration, government is being challenged. So whether it's going to run all-inclusive government is not the issue. The issue is we are saying that APC have failed us. And that if they want to do anything different from what the current administration have done, until we start seeing results, that's when we start doing appraisal. We are tired of somebody, because I discovered that APC is a government that strives on propaganda. So it's too early for Shettima to start issuing dishing out statements. Let him be on the saddle and let us see him perform. Because by virtue of the constitution, his office has some fundamental roles to play. So let him be. I think his office heads naturally the economic team. I don't know how. I think he said he retired from the banking sector anyway. That may have given him some level of financial ability to manage an economy. What I'm trying to say is, we don't want to see all these statements. Let him be on the saddle and deliver on the mandate.
Thank you very much,
What is that supposed to mean? Are you doing Are you doing anchoring me? Why is this man embarrassing me
Mr.
now?
Mighty, he come with fire today.
No, why is this man embarrassing me? He's stopping me, asking me to leave.
So thank you very much.
No, I don't. It's too embarrassing now. Okay, you are the one that sent him, Abi.
No, I didn't send him. Just lastly, UK to ban Nigerian student orders from moving family to Britain.
I think it's a function of the attitude of Nigerian government. Don't forget that before now we had the issue of that bill seeking to bar Nigerian medical doctors not to travel abroad until they put in 5 years service in Nigeria. At the same time, the hypocrisy. Because at the same time, medical Association of Resident Medical that is doctors in Nigeria are saying that doctors who leave the country, you create bureaucratic process that makes it cumbersome to recruit people to replace them. Clinical staff, you are not recruiting. So for me, it is the body language of Nigerian government that UK is looking at. And it's quite unfortunate. Because if you make our health system good, I'll tell you, Mr. Christian, that foreigners, health workers will come here to work. The reason you see them leaving Nigeria for a better economy is because what we are doing here is, we are not even funding, what's it called, our health sector. Go and check our budget for health sector. It's 5.7% of our national budget. And in the collective bargain that federal government entered into with the Medical Association of Nigerian Doctors, they agree that they will be funding, they will be reserving 15% for our health sector. Go and look at UK. They spend 11.9% of their GDP on health sector. And that translates into about 220 billion US dollar. Sorry, pounds. Convert that to naira. It's even more than our national budget. So what I was saying, America spent a whopping sum of up to 19.17% of their national GDP on health. And you want to achieve the same result. It's not rocket science. Garbage in, garbage out. If you invest you get a result. If you don't invest, you don't get a result. And again, we have the issue of more money being budgeted, funds being released, Nigerian personalities who are saddled with responsibility of carrying out this project, diverting the fund. That's another challenge. So I don't think we are ready for development.
Okay, thank you very much, our General Secretary. Speak to you. She wants to speak to you. Good morning.
Thank you, my brother. It's a nice one, you know. I love Mr. Martin when he speaks. He's a man of caliber when he speaks, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He said his history hope as Dangote Refinery begins operation.
Yes, it's a nice one. It's a welcome idea. I actually welcome the idea, but it's going by it. What will be the outcome? It's not what you see now that looks sweet. Tomorrow they will now turn it into a bitter desire for Nigerians. It's a welcome idea. We want them to commence job, but on the part of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, that is saying that they are going to supply 300,000 barrels daily to Dangote for commencement. My own is, what has Dangote been doing? Has he not made his own findings on how to get his own crude? Or is it that he is running now a partnership with the federal government? So to say, because I know when government start having partnerships like these, and with the way Nigerians have been going through their own process, I know there are shady deals under it. And I'm sure when they start partnering, so to say, a company like this, they want to kill the other aspect of that same product, whereby it comes to monopoly in terms of the sector. So is it where they are driving at? That is one problem. I don't think.
We have other refineries.
Yeah, but are they functioning? That is what I'm saying. I said when government start partnering, if it's partnership, because what they are doing now is so glaring that they are now partnering with Dangote, and then once they start partnering with Dangote, how are we sure that the other aspect of this same sector is not going to fail? Because they told us that the Dangote Refinery is almost done, and it was ready, and then up till date we've not seen the same refinery working. And now Dangote is commissioning his own tomorrow. They are now telling us that they are going to be supplying Dangote 300,000 barrels daily for commencement. So what are we saying, or what are we not saying?
You should not go and neglect the ones
they of course they are putting behind the other ones that we've spent a lot of money to actually repair. And what happens to the other modular refineries? Why are they not supplying those ones to also commence job? What are they been doing? Why are they hiding them? We've not heard anything about the modular refineries. All we hear is we have modular refineries, they've given them certificate to run, but we are not seeing anything. It's not making any impact. Is it that they come to us to say one thing and then go behind us to do another thing? And that is one problem I actually see where the federal government is. They are not acting on what they are actually telling us.
Okay. After Babalola urges incoming government to seek for debt forgiveness.
Oh, you see, this is the problem. That is why Nigeria still remains where they are. We how can we be asking for debt forgiveness? How can we be running and we have people, calibers, who are supposed to utilize what we've gone through to get? So what now stops all the money that we've been having not to go into work for us? What are we saying? Why is Afe Babalola at this time coming to tell us that the incoming government, now if the incoming government now goes for plea, that they should forgive us and reduce the debt, at the end now they will now start coming again to borrow extra money, even times 2 of what the previous government. This is a dance of shame, How can you be saying this kind of thing? I don't even subscribe to it. To his own caliber, how can he be coming out to say this kind of things? Let the government face it. Let them put Nigeria right. We'll pay this debt. We have people who have been coming to tell us that, listen, this debt are no money. Within 6 months, if Nigeria is working properly, we are supposed to pay up this debt. And why? Why? Why can't he look at government, say, bring out institutions, make them strong, so that we can actually pay off this debt and be free? You see, that's the problem we have.
Okay, let's look at this report. Failed Abuja CCTV project got orders Buhari's government to account for $460 million Chinese loan.
You see, the problem is every day they come with stories. You see, and sometimes I don't even like hearing stories like this because these are stories that they cook. They just go back, bring out stories for them to like have their way of stealing or whatever they've stolen to have it to them so that we don't have anything to say. And this is the problem we are having in this country. How can you say failed CCTV? Just CCTV alone is costing us almost $460 million. Dollars, not even naira. Man, this country, I don't know we have such money.
Only Abuja.
Only just, no, just, can you imagine when somebody comes out to tell you this? The other time I heard how much the Minister of Work said they use in having, what they call it, they are this thing about how many billions of naira for them to have, is it their food or whatever project. So that's nonsense. Why? I'm tired of hearing this thing. Nigeria, this is bullshit. Go straight to the point. Let us know what we have to do that will make this country hit back to race.
Okay, last thing, we have the tribunal today. The court is going to determine whether the tribunal will be broadcast live or not. What you think?
Let's say, on a more serious note, I want to tell you this. For me, if you ask my own opinion, I'll first of all let you know that tribunal has their own way of handling things. I think tribunal is not supposed to tell you now they are going to have their ruling today. This matter of broadcasting live or not is what they should have done on Friday, Saturday,
Friday from the inception.
It's not something that we'll start having now. This is time, a way of buying time. And we've outgrown this. It is not what tribunal is supposed to come now to tell us. They are supposed to have begin defense by now. And the examination and cross-examination by now. So why is tribunal telling us it's today? They are going to rule on live broadcast and all that. It's tribunal. If they know what they are doing, now we are not supposed to even be here. We're supposed to be moving ahead because of time. Okay, what are they going to tell us now? If they rule, yes, because I know, give or take, it's 40% chance for them to say yes, and it's 60% chance for them to say no. Go by it, they are also scared. Even the judges themselves, they are scared. I'll tell you this, they are scared. Because the last time we tried it on Okuta, I remembered very well that the outcome was so massive and Nigeria got it right. And I'm sure that they themselves, because of the shady deals they've been doing underground, and I'm sure if the tribunal can also get it right, I don't 100% want to cry them down. What I will always say is, let them do their job. It's their job. Let them just do it. And if it's better for them to say yes, because when they say yes, it's going to bring out truth, one, and build the confidence of the ordinary man in the nation once more. So,
Okay,
thank you very much.
God
bless you, my brother.
Yes, I have we have like 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Mazi Chigozie. Good morning, Mazi Chigozie.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. It's a pleasure being here.
Yes, advice to the incoming government. Afebolala urges incoming government to seek debt forgiveness.
Is that an advice, or is providing a solution to the already bedeviling or nagging national calamity?
With 77 trillion naira, the incoming government is up for something.
I think I don't expect that from a person of his life. He should have asked the government to tell Nigerians what he did with all these borrowed funds. Or is he telling us that he was part of the beneficiaries to that fund? So the incoming government should seek for forgiveness of what? What is the economic impact, positive impact such borrowing has benefited, has added to the Nigerian, of course, economy? These are fundamental issues that must be brought to fore. Rather than calling for forgiveness of debt. Why? That is the height of irresponsibility as far as I'm concerned. You should ask and question the government how they manage the funds so that there won't be a repeat of any other, of course, government that may be succeeding this one. Because if you don't check and call the attention of the government and question, of course, most of them should, of course, should be jailed by misappropriation and of the funds that was meant to better the lot of the people. And you are incurring these debts on behalf of the masses. Some debts will take, of course, over 40 years to pay. And you are just incurring the debts without accounting for it. Nigerian debt profile is more than 77 trillion. Maybe in the next 7 days, it will get to 100 trillion because they are now doing bazaar. The last bazaar, of course, national bazaar for these outgoing political juntas, political vultures, who have wrecked the entire economy, who have made it almost impossible for the next dispensation to succeed. You have destroyed the future. You have eaten up the future of whatever Nigeria represents. You have not built anything for them to fall back on. You are just leaving a legacy of debts, indebtedness, a legacy of failed system, a legacy of hopelessness. So you shouldn't blame already the next dispensation if they fail because you have not given them, of course, any succor for them to succeed. You have not laid any foundation for the next dispensation to succeed. But that wouldn't be an excuse.
In 2015, they blamed the PDP government of destroying the economy.
Then the government they blame become far better than they were. They are living Nigerians. The Jonathan regime they blame, the PDP regime they blamed, manage about 8 trillion naira debt from within 16 years. And now you escalated it to 77, still counting. So who is more stupid? No, you blame people that they are not doing things right. You now did the thing you are blaming them for, you did it worst. Under his watch, more than 100 Nigerians lost their life in the most unbearable, the most disgusting way. Under Buhari's watch, people were killed. More than 40% of Nigerians, 30 to 40% of most of the states are living in IDPs. These are the scorecard of Buhari. Prior to this time, they are living in their homes, going about their legitimate business, carrying about their farm activities. But today, the reverse is the case. They have been chased out of their homes. Most who, of course, survived the genocide or the pogrom, we are now living in IDPs. These are the achievements of Buhari. So it's so unfortunate. We have nothing positive to identify with this government. They have made Nigerians more miserable than they were. Look at, they met the exchange rate at 150 or less than, so, per dollar. Now, exchange rate is more than 700, more than 730, or 20 at the local market. So that is one of the legacies that you should celebrate them. So for them to have blamed Jonathan regime, they should curse themselves.
Okay, let's look at
for failing Nigerians.
History hope as Dangote Refinery begins operation. Buhari and 5 African presidents to inaugurate Dangote Refinery.
Well, as much as I'm concerned, I understood that, it might be a laudable feat for me, but the reality will still catch up with us in time. Being that Dangote sugar is not something to come by now, Dangote cement has escalated. So Dangote, almost all the Dangote substitutes or products are far beyond the reach of common men. So I don't see this being an exemption. It will not. It was not intended to serve the masses. These are mere purely business enterprise. They are there to recoup, of course, and triple, if not temple, if there's anything like temple. Of course, the money they invested there. And who will pay the money? Who are they looking at or depending to recoup those excesses? It's from I and you, directly or indirectly. So I didn't see it as for me, it's not a welcome or something we should be excited about because only time will tell. Are you telling me that, yes, it's the biggest refinery in Africa, in the world? Will that bring about the reduction of petrol price in Nigeria? Now that it's being produced locally, you don't talk of exchange, foreign exchange and all that. You don't talk of dollar now. It's been refined locally. Will that have positive impact on the masses? Which to some greater extent, I doubt.
Prior to this time, we had other refineries.
Refineries that are suffering some degrees of organ failures, systemic failures. So, how well have Nigerians fared with all those refineries? These are refineries on the papers that budgets have been awarded, allotted to every year. Turnaround maintenance. And you don't see what you are turning around to maintain. You will turn around and you don't see anything. And the money disappears. The next year, you turn around maintenance again. And the turnaround now turn on Madu, Njoshi. You see, you can imagine, you have turnaround, Kaduna turnaround, maintenance, refinery, Port Harcourt turnaround. All the turnarounds for barely how many years have not yielded any positive results. And they are still importing, paying subsidy. So who are you deceiving? I can float a modernary refinery. If I'm licensed, then will they do that? They knew that that will fall their hands. So they wouldn't do it to common men because it's not a rocket science. These are elementary science of separation of course, the individual constituents. So they wouldn't allow non-state actors, technocrats and the people who are willing to serve the masses to do that because they have ulterior motive and interest to protect. And that is only to exploit the masses. So I don't see that as a welcome development to some extent because only time will reveal better or will prove me wrong.
Okay, thank you very much, Mazi. With that, we're getting close to the end of the program. We have what's name? If you have the link so that we can get your contributions to the program. Mr. Sunday, good morning, Mr. Sunday. Good morning, Mr. Sunday.
Hello, good morning.
You're online.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Let's get a contribution.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Philip TV. Good morning, all of you all over. Thank you all for everything. But it has been a long time now. I'm happy to join today. And all the saga happening in this country and what they are telling us today that we should be happy that things, hope come to Nigeria because of Dangote Refinery. Is Dangote Refinery coming to add food in our table? He built everything that Dangote have in this country. You know the cost, even go to other countries like Senegal, Ghana, that where they are supplying that Dangote cement to, they have a cheaper price. But when you come to this place, and this is the same man that comes from this place, and we are the most poorest people in this same country. You understand? So we should stop deceiving ourselves, and somebody will come out to tell you that the Dangote Refinery will bring hope, and we should. Which hope is he bringing to us? Is it hope of hardship? And even the Buhari and the coach said they are not ashamed of themselves. After 8 years, nothing to write home about. Our refinery, they are working before, they cripple everything, nothing at all. And that's why every day Buhari will be at 10 naira, 20 naira to fuel, 15 naira, 100. Now, how much are they buying fuel? The same Buhari that that time that Buhari want to contest for president in 2011, he was saying that say he went to buy spaghetti and they tell him that spaghetti is 90 naira, he begin to shed tears. But today, how much is spaghetti? Spaghetti now is 700 naira. So those are the same people, the confused people we are talking about. That's why we are talking about a good country that will work for you, work for them, work for their children. Because when you go to North are the most poorest people there today. You understand? Because the people in the North, the governor, the senator, the emir, the Satan or Sokoto, they don't have time. Look at what is happening in Plateau State today. Do you know that because of you people will not know the deep what is happening in that Plateau State today because of what? They throw those people away. They don't want to follow their way of living again. And they all of them channel their power energy to what? To vote for a good government. That is why the outside plan, they are angry, killing other people, which is not supposed to be so. You understand? I pray every day that is that let God help the country. And now today they are sitting there in judiciary, shouting, say they want to, and they are still deceiving themselves because of 25%. We are just confusing ourselves in the country until everybody come back to their senses. The country will never move forward. That's why we are jubilating for someone's achievement. But the government cannot jubilate for their own achievement for 8 years. You understand? So, my brother, Nigeria issue is very above what we are thinking. We are thinking another thing, but what is happening in this country today? People that are outside here, that's why BBC will come, outside man will say that who believe the Western media, but the one that them themselves say that is what they believe. You understand? So we need a better government, and I pray that the good thing will come. And another thing I want to say is this. Yes, they have conducted election. INEC have made their selection, and this is the first time that a sitting president traveled to London for treatment. The president-elect traveled to France for treatment. And who are we deceiving? And now all the doctors are in strike. Do you know so? They are in strike. They are in warning strike. They say they want to go to strike. And now they are still going to London and France. And we that don't know where to go for treatment, we remain here. And we remain here and die. But God have already been our savior. And that's why we are today. Look at what happened in Lagos State during election time because of people. And this plague that is happening today that is causing confusion about Obi because Obi is people. And you go, they are jealous. You know, all Yoruba people, you see them, all of them, they are waiting for their father to die so that they will inherit their property. And that they think that Igbo people are like that. No, they fight to gain what they want. You understand? They don't wait for their father to die or their mother or the person that they are looking to die so that they will inherit their property. Igbo, that's why you go to every street, every state, you see Igbo man. All you carry from 7 years, you see them, they will take them to one and train. Any of them, I hear what they will do, they will stand on the street, order, shouting, causing havoc, causing problems. And is that the country that we want to continue? No.
Long time. Thank you very much for your contribution, Mr. Sunday.
Thank you, everybody. And it will be, yes, thank you so much. Yes, sir.
Yeah, God bless you. Do we have Mr. Nia Degunwa? Good morning, Mr. Nia Degunwa. We have you. We have the privilege of having you
good morning.
This morning. Yes, you have
good morning.
Minutes.
Good morning.
Minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning. I don't know if you can hear me, please. Can you hear me? Hello, good morning. Can you hear me? Okay. So it's a good day. It's a good day for Nigeria. It's a good day it's a good day for Nigeria. It's a good day for the western region of Africa, and I think it's a good day for the sub-region of Africa. So today, in a very long time, we are going to have the massive, the biggest, the longest train refinery open commission by one of the foremost, one of the most pan-industrialist presidents, Buhari, in Nigeria. Today will be commissioned at the Lekki Free Trade Zone. I think this is commendable. I think this is a good way to go. I think this is the right direction we ought to look forward to. And I think this is a good nudge for the African nation as a whole. I must be sincere with everybody listening to my voice right now that this project is a good turnaround project for us. Our economy is going to be, re-engineered. Our economy is going to be revitalized. I mean, look at the value chain. Look at the whole value chain. Agro, which is diesel, will be, you know, very sufficient now. Kerosene will be readily available. Polypropylene, which is used for plastics, will be readily available. And petrol, of course, just like the refinery has promised, will be sufficiently produced. Now, where we need the government to come in is to be able to balance the monetary policy. They need to understand that the monetary policy, we need to have $1 rate. The duopoly or the dichotomy we are experiencing today, whereby the bank rate, the gap between the gap rate and the parallel market is almost 100%, has to be treated. It has to be streamlined. The PIA bill, which is a transformational bill that was assented by President Mohamed Buhari, has opened the doorway for many major players to come in. For you guys' information, BUA, which is BUA, is also building its own refinery. I think that refinery has a capacity of 300 to 400,000 barrels per day. Now, there are so many other key players who are interested in this sector who will also invest. Dangote, who has been able to take this challenge head on. So many people were scared. So many private individuals were so afraid of the uncertainty in that market. They didn't want to invest their money. Dangote invested his all. As of today, Dangote's net worth is a little bit above 19 billion, and that is what that project actually, costed. So for a man who has invested a lot, he got support, whereby the NNPC bought about 20% of his shares. There are so many tax credits he's going to enjoy, which is the government encouraging him to establish this. Now, I mean, when we look at things like this, I understand there are downsides. The downside meaning maybe everybody's scared that Dangote will apparently want to monopolize the market. But let me tell you, the PIA has actually the bottleneck that. The PIA has been able to deal with that, whereby when the subsidy is removed, some people who are not financially buoyant to install or to have a refinery erected by themselves, they will import petrol themselves, because Dangote will sell this PMS at the world market rate. So it doesn't matter even if you import your own fuel from wherever, whether from Russia, it's going to end up to the market at the same rate which Dangote will also be selling. All right. So what we need now is other key players, other, rich people who are in this oil sector to invest their money. They should also follow suit, because, of course, I think the spice is when we have 2 to 3 competitions in that sector. Now, for the court ruling, I believe in the next couple of hours we will have a ruling.
Let's talk about Afe Babalola urging the incoming government to seek debt forgiveness.
Okay, now it is apparent for the new administration to be able to present Nigeria as a viable space, as a viable land for foreign investors to come in, and then for foreign creditors to actually forgive us of our debt. Now, how the new administration will do that is very critical. First of all, the new administration must ensure insecurity is actually dealt with. But that is done when new policies, and then when we start seeing new improvements in our agricultural, sector. I believe when the new administration approach our foreign creditors and they tell them, we understand we owe you this amount of money, but we need you guys to forgive us. But there's something that they have to give them in return, because truly, we all know there's no free lunch in Freetown. You have to bring something to the table. All right. So this is where the deferred, this is where the deferred tax credit comes in. This is where the deferred benefit, whereby you are able to assess your future benefits as of today. There are so many things that the federal government can use to bargain to get this tax, what's it called, forgiveness. Because we actually need to get back to a good credit score. Because when we are able to get back to a good credit score, we'll have that accessibility to more funds. Because as of today, our credit score in the face of IMF, in the face of World Bank, is terrible. So we need to represent ourselves to the IMF that yes, our land right now as of today is secured. So this is why I said that the federal government must ensure that when they come in, they're able to tackle head-on the insecurity that we have in the east and in the north. They must sort that. When they sort that, the oil sector will see it to be revitalized. We'll see that our agricultural sector will also be revitalized. And when they approach those foreign creditors, okay, this is what we have. We need you guys to come on board. We have this space for you guys. You guys have that place. They can concession it to them. You guys have this place. Whatever produce that comes there, you guys can have it for 10 to 20 years. But we need you guys to forgive us on our debt. All right. So it's you won't go there and just go there with open arms. All right. So we need to be able to get our good credit score back. Okay. By probably dropping our resource or our land as a collateral. So when they forgive us, we'll have our good credit score back. So when we approach the World Bank again, that okay,
Thank you very much,
we need more loan, they'll give it to us.
God bless you for your contribution.
Welcome.
This morning. With that, we have come to the end of the program this morning. Bystander Newsstands. I'm Christian Chuku. Yes, God bless you, everyone watching. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. See you tomorrow for another exciting edition of the program, Bystander Newsstands. Yes, see you tomorrow.